Hey y'all, welcome to Yellow, Texas, your one-stop shop for all the places to go and things to see all over the great state of Texas. I'm your host AC, and on today's show, well, it's pretty big. We're visiting a huge destination spot in San Antonio that takes rest and relaxation to a whole new level. We're also talking 800,000 acres big when we make the drive to one of the most beautiful national parks in our grand state. Yes, that's right, Big Bend, and we got to explore it all firsthand. This is Big Bend, located in the southwest region of Texas. It includes the entire Chisos mountain range and the Chihuahuan Desert. It's also one of the most remote areas of the lower 48 states. Big Bend is home to a national and state park, as well as 5 tiny communities, including our destination today. Now, our Yellow Texas crew briefly visited the area when our resident expert, JB Sauceda, attended the annual chili cook-off in Terlingua.
We're looking for people that know how to cook chili. Do y'all know anyone? No?
But this time, we get to explore more of the neighboring town. Howdy y'all, and greetings from Butte, Texas, just steps away from Terlingua, Texas, and a place that I've been wanting to come for years and years and years, and finally I am here. And y'all, we've planned such a fun outdoor schedule for us this weekend, but first we gotta check out our digs for this day. Let's go. Just minutes away from Big Bend National Park, Chisos Mining Company Motel is a locally owned lodging property considered the coolest motel in Easter Egg Valley. Home sweet home. It is the oldest operating guest lodge in South Brewster County, continuously running for more than 40 years. But what makes this place truly unique are the amazing views no matter the room. All right, so you cannot come out here and not check out the scenery at nighttime. And by scenery, obviously you cannot see behind me, but if you look up, the stars are so spectacular. In a typical town, a few hundred stars might be visible, but here, more than 2,000 can be observed. So look, Little Dipper. Good morning, y'all, and what better way to wake up than with a beautiful, beautiful view. I mean, it is so peaceful out here. Kind of reminds me of going back into time, kind of like the Wild Wild West, which is actually pretty perfect because that's going to be our first activity for the day. It's horseback riding. Let's get moving. Welcome to Big Bend Stables. Founded in 1988, originally known as Lajita Stables, it's currently the only horseback riding operator across the park's 350 acres. So to learn more about the trails, we met up with our tour guide, Janelle.
Here at our Big Bend Stables, we offer everything from a 1 hour up to a half day. All of those would be suitable for beginners.
Right.
But the ride that we'll be doing today, probably we're looking at about 3 hours. If you go out there, you'll actually get to the edge of the national park. And in addition to that, you usually move a little bit faster on horses than you would hiking, and you can go up and down hills a little bit easier. It's not as strenuous for you. So that's why I ride horses. I think that's the perfect reason. I mean, if you're gonna come to a beautiful scenic area, why not see it on a horse?
Right.
Right?
Perfect.
Just a few things we have to tell you before we head out on the trail. When you go uphill, you need to lean forward a little bit. Going downhill, you'll need to lean back a bit. At all times, you need to stay in the middle of your horse, okay? Basically, this is like riding a bicycle. The other thing is you want to keep the reins. I'm going to give you a set of reins when I get you on the horse. Those reins need to stay in one of your hands all the time. All right, everybody good?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if you want to come on down to the gate here,
all right,
we'll go ahead and get you on the horse.
Perfect.
Okay, and you're going to be riding Magic today. She is super, super easy. So what I want you to do is you're going to go ahead and put your left foot right there.
Okay.
And then swing your leg over.
All right. Whee!
All right, so what you want to do is you're going to hold the reins in one hand.
Okay.
And then what you want to do to turn her, you're going to stretch your arm out straight. And then you want to go right. And to get her to walk forward, what you want to do is you want to turn your toes out. Give her a bump on the sides like that. That should get her to walk forward.
After a quick refresher, it was off to the trails.
Our Texas state flower right here.
Yes.
Just beautiful. This is Ocotillo Mesa, that's what we actually call it. It's because of all these Ocotillo up here.
When it comes to horseback riding, Big Bend Stables has a variety of trails to choose from 1-hour beginner courses to half-day rides. There's plenty of land to explore on mount. All right, so we're just popping off a bit so we can just enjoy and take in this beautiful, breathtaking view, y'all. It's just so gorgeous. The Indian Head ride towards the old Quicksilver mine onto the Ocotillo Mesa, then drops off into the desert terrain for a historical peek of the pictographs left by past settlers.
So a lot of those pictographs depict the conquistadors on horseback because the Indians in this area had never seen that before.
That's so cool.
Big Bend Ranch State Park is just covered up with Indian sites, but they have a fair number. The national park also has a fair number of Indian sites as well.
Yeah.
We've actually found some really cool stuff down in this area.
It's amazing that we're just walking a little piece of Texas state history.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
amazing. If you enjoy a trot down history with scenic views on horseback, then Big Bend Stables is a must-do when making the trip. That ride was just perfect, and these views are just awe-inspiring. Just take a look at them. But now that we've seen some land, it's time to go find some water. Let's go. Stick around because our adventure continues on water as we get to experience the Rio Grande by canoe. Okay, we got out of that one. Barely. Plus, we embark on a long yet beautiful hike in the mountains of Big Bend National Park. We did it! We made it to the top! That's on next on Yellow Texas. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Yellow Texas, where we are enjoying the epic sights of Big Bend. And after a trot through history by horseback, our next adventure awaits on water. All right, so we found the water. Where is it, you ask? Well, it's right along St. Helena Canyon Trail. Follow me. Santa Elena Canyon is exactly that, a canyon that lines the Rio Grande River. And the best way to see the canyon is by canoe, which brings us to Wild Adventure Outfitters, our rafting experts and guides for the trip. When choosing a canoe adventure through Wild, everything is provided for you. Just show to the designated location, then let the instructors lead the way. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Wild Adventure Outfitters specializes in experiences that are comfortable, safe, healthy, and inspiring, all while staying true to their purpose, to offer unique adventures in the Big Bend region and beyond.
Yeah, so we do wilderness trips ranging from an overnight up to 14 days, mostly with an emphasis on canoes.
Yeah.
So ranging from this trip, which is just a couple of miles, down to 90 miles or longer, depending where people want to go.
Any interview that I can have my feet in sand and just in water and just in its own element, this is amazing. So where exactly are we? Because we're kind of in the middle of water right now.
Yeah, we are pretty much standing right in the middle of the Rio Grande, maybe a little less than a quarter mile from the exit of the canyon. So what we're doing is we're paddling upstream basically as far as we want to go. We're just under 200 miles of wild and scenic river here, so we just get to go as long as we want. And as far as the river section goes, we're pretty much cutting through a giant mesa right now. So as we continue upstream, you'll see the mesa get a little smaller, but it's still pretty grand.
There's something special about dipping your toes in the Rio Grande River, splitting the United States border, cruising in between 1,500 feet canyon walls with the Chisos Mountain as your backdrop. You know, I don't think I could come up with any words that can describe the beauty of the Rio Grande, but we're enjoying ourselves so much that we're actually going to go further along in our river ride. But this is the time that we're going to say goodbye to you, and we'll see you in the morning. Peace. Good morning and welcome to day 3 of our Big Bend trip. And if you thought that we covered a lot of ground yesterday, well, we haven't even scratched the surface yet, because today we are diving in a little bit deeper into Big Bend National Park with a hike down Lost Mine Trail. And y'all, if the hike is anything like the drive down, God, this is gonna be amazing. Big Bend National Park encompasses 800,000 acres of land and is considered an 1,100 square mile playground and classroom. So to show us the way to the top, we met up with hike extraordinaire, Belle.
Here we're in the Chisos Basin, so that area is about at 6,000 feet elevation. And then you go up, you see Casa Grande over here, that goes up to about 7,000 feet in elevation.
Wow.
So Big Bend National Park is about 801,000 acres. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. And that's why I tell people, when you come, don't just come on a weekend, plan, you know, at least 3 days, a long weekend, because it's so far to get to places just in the park.
Wow, and so what should we expect? What should we look out for on this trail specifically?
Well, expect to have some fun.
Okay.
It's one of the most traveled trails in Big Bend National Park.
Okay.
If we go all the way and back, I think it's a little bit like 5 miles.
Okay.
And it has an elevation gain of about 1,000 feet.
Wow.
People say it's a moderate hike. Other people say it wasn't moderate, it was hard. So it just depends on you, your level of fitness and activity, what you're going to consider moderate.
Right. Get a little bit of a workout and get to take in all this gorgeous scenery.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
You're going to love the views up there.
The Lost Mine Trail is a well-maintained trail with various types of terrain. And if you're new to hiking, pack lots of water and a good pair of shoes, because it's 1,000+ elevation gain. But don't let that scare you. The climb is worth every second for the breathtaking views. It is incredible what we can find right here in Texas. I think it's pretty impossible just to describe and capture the beauty and the majesty of what we're seeing here. You have to come explore it for yourself. It's in our own backyard. After all, you only live once. Interested in seeing these beautiful sights for yourself? Plan your trip today by clicking on visitbigbend.com for more information.